Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, we have a story out of Newport where a man is now behind bars facing drug trafficking charges, amongst other things. Now, Joshua Dupree was charged Tuesday by Morehead City Police, according to warrants. Now, Mayor Pro Tem Mark Eady told us this morning that Dupree, a building inspector, had been fired from his job. The man had worked for the town since March of 2023. Warrants say the 36-year-old used a red 1999 Toyota Tacoma to sell heroin. Now, Dupree is being charged with the following: maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for controlled substances, 3 counts of trafficking opium or heroin, possession of heroin, manufacture Schedule I controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, his bond was set at $500,000. Eady says Dupree's arrest is not connected to the departure of the town manager. Bill Shanahan announced this week that he was leaving after 2.5 years on the job. And now we want to turn our attention to Conclave, where again the cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church are congregating in the Sistine Chapel to pick a new pope. Now, this is the first full day of conclave, and so far, white smoke has not been seen out of the chimney over the Sistine Chapel. NBC's Jay Gray has more.
Well, the doors to the Sistine Chapel are closed and locked. The Cardinals back inside and resuming the vote to elect a new pope of the Catholic Church. This after 3 votes, one during the opening session last night, and then 2 this morning that resulted in black smoke. No pope elected. There will be as many as 2 votes this evening, and if there's no pope elected at that point, the process will resume tomorrow. Here's what we know is going on. After the 2 votes this morning, the Cardinals retire to their dorms, if you will, at the Vatican. They have lunch, and then they have a chance to discuss what's going on, determine if maybe someone is gaining some momentum, if they've seen something in the pattern of the voting that would allow them to maybe push for a certain candidate. They can do the same after this evening session if no pope is elected. In fact, they can talk as long as they'd like. There's no curfew there. But while they are inside the Sistine Chapel, it is silence. It's dedicated to prayer and to voting, and those votes being counted is the only thing you'll hear during those sessions. We, like the rest of the world, continue to watch the chimney and wait for that smoke. For now, I'm Jay Gray, NBC News at the Vatican.
Thank you very much, Jay, for that report. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast, where we have got rain showers heading our direction. Right now, very light raindrops, but raindrops nonetheless. Look back towards the west near Raleigh and Durham. Again, just some light showers trying to work their way eastward towards, well, the coastal plains. Through the rest of the day, again, those light rain showers will be accompanied by a little bit thicker cloud cover, but we will again see heavier rain showing up later on tonight. Really late tonight into early tomorrow morning is when we're going to be seeing some thunderstorms roll across eastern North Carolina. Right now, this is a view through your Pitt Greenville Airport cam. 73 degrees, comes with a southwesterly wind at 5 miles an hour. And right now, skies do look mostly sunny. Now, current air temperatures across the board are ranging between around 72 degrees up to about 78 degrees. 72 in Roanoke Rapids. We've got 78 in Swan Quarter. Everyone else generally between that range. And we're going to again be back in the low 80s coming up this afternoon. That's thanks to a stronger southwesterly wind that right now is starting to again become a little bit more consistent across eastern North Carolina. Now, wind speeds still around 4 to 8 miles an hour. Those wind speeds will try to increase a little bit, but it's not going to be the windiest of days today. Today's focus is more on the thunderstorms that'll they're going to be rolling in late tonight into early tomorrow morning. This is the picture by the time we get to around midnight, and thunderstorms present over Wayne, Greene, Lenoir, Jones, Duplin counties, and points further back towards the west. Now, all of those showers again are going to be pushing their way across certainly the southern half of eastern North Carolina. Those of you watching south of Highway 264 are likely looking at some soaking rain coming in after midnight tonight into the early hours of your Friday morning. And then we'll see again more rain try to pull away from the coast as we head towards lunchtime on Friday. Now, middle of the day tomorrow, we're actually going to be experiencing a fairly calm pattern, but it will be brief. We'll see some sunshine. We'll see, again, calming winds, but then later on in the evening, another round of thunderstorms will develop, and that will move in from really the west to northwest. So for those of you who may not see the heavy downpours, those of you watching south of Highway 264, you guys again are likely looking at heavy rain showers coming up tonight into tomorrow morning. Coming up, for those of you watching north of Highway 264, your best opportunity for thunderstorms will be coming in late Friday evening into Friday night. So it's kind of split there timing-wise, but I do think everyone will be getting rain at some point in the day on Friday, whether that's early on in the morning, later on in the evening, or late Friday night. You will see some raindrops at some point. Now, I think most of us will register about ½ an inch to an inch of rain. There will be some, though, that could possibly register around 1.5 inches of rain, which, again, just to highlight, we are in need of the drops. Most of eastern North Carolina right now is under a moderate or severe drought. So seeing this type of setup is certainly encouraging from a rainfall catch-up perspective. That area of low pressure you're seeing swirling there along the Gulf Coast, that will increase your rain chances coming up on Sunday, particularly for coastal communities. That's where we have a better chance of seeing some raindrops come down over the upcoming Mother's Day weekend. Again, Mother's Day is Sunday. Make sure you have something planned, there's something special for your mom, the person who raised you, to again let them know that they are special and that they again matter a lot to you. 72 degrees on Saturday, turns to 74 on Sunday, upper 70s for Monday and Tuesday of next week, but it will come with even more rain. This is looking like a fairly soggy stretch of weather, which is very good news for us, as again, want to highlight it, mentioned it before, going to mention it again. We are under a moderate to severe drought across 80% of eastern North Carolina. So seeing this type of rain on the forecast is certainly encouraging. Will go a long way in helping us recover from that deficit in our rainfall totals thus far this year. Now, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday.